Hey Lakeisha, hey boo, happy Tuesday. How are you? I hope everybody is doing well. I did schedule a live for today. I wanted to come on and do an open panel, but I don't know if that's possible because it's kind of early. I know there's some people that are still working and doing other things, getting kids together. And I don't know that this is a good time for a panel. So maybe I can move it to a later time. I can see. But I did want to come on here just to say hi. Hoping you all had a good day. Hoping everybody had a productive, sucker free day. Me, myself, I had a long one. For some reason, today felt like Monday, even though it's Tuesday. Like, or the hustle and bustle felt like a Monday. Anywho, I'm just out here just trying to see how everyone is feeling, doing a daily mental health check-in as I before said I would try to start coming live a little bit more, do a mental health check-in to just see how you guys are coping with everything. Just overall how you guys are doing with anything that you're going through. And my panel was basically supposed to be women empowerment. We as women, we go through a lot of different things, motherhood, sisterhood, anything, being a daughter, a parent, all that um, falls into the women thing. So sometimes we don't have the support we need as women, and it's just mind boggling sometimes that we are placed in certain positions to be the backbone of our family and to support everyone. And then what happens is we don't have the support that we need to survive and to maintain, yet everybody is depending on us to make a way and depending on our strongness, if you will, to get everyone through. But then who is going to be strong for us, for the woman that is strong for everyone? Who's going to support us? Like, who's going to have our back? I'm not saying that everybody is in that situation where they're alone. Some people are blessed to have a lot of support. I do have family support. However, I a lot of times feel like a lot of things fall back on me as well. So as far as goes with my mom, I don't, what I'm saying, that is just a given. No matter how hard it gets, no matter how much I feel like, oh, this is crazy. That's my mom. She took care of me. Even when I was an adult, she would do things that she didn't have to do. She raised me and she could have said, oh, figure it out. You know what I'm saying? You grown, got kids, figure that shit out yourself. But she didn't. She always came through. So now she's at a time in her life where her health is not the best and she needs my support. So that's just a given. That's my mom. I would do anything for her, as I know she would do the same for me and her kids and my kids and all her grandkids. Hey, partner. Hey, Starburst. Hey, baby. How are you guys? So, I just wanted to come up here and speak for a little bit. Like I said, I did want to do an open panel to see if anybody wanted to come up, but I know that this is not really a good time. Like around this time, people are just trying to just get everything in order at home. But I will drop the link to see if anybody wants to come up for a sec and just talk and just vent or anything that you would like to say, because it's hard being a woman. You have to be mommy, you have to be, some of us are wives, you have to be mom, you have to be a sister, you have to be a cousin, you have to be a best friend, you have to be a lot of things to a lot of people, and sometimes you're being pulled in different directions, and at some point you're going to lose it. It's only so much that one person can take. Mental health is very serious and it is very much a thing. I think previously in the Black community, a lot of people didn't think how serious it is. They didn't really realize how serious it is. But as of the last maybe 8 to 10 years, I'm seeing that mental health is definitely an issue amongst the Black community. I'm not saying it never was, but I'm just seeing it more and more and more now than ever. So I'm just wanting to speak to you guys to let you guys know sometimes you have to say no. Hey Mel, hey. Sometimes no is an answer. Sometimes you feel like you have to support everyone and you have to be there for everyone. You have to be a backbone. But sometimes you have to say no for your own mental stability. You have to tell people, look, I can't do it. And it's okay to say no. Hey, Candace, hey. It's okay to say no. It's okay to tell someone that you can't do it. So many people depend on us, they depend on us for everything. You have to take time for yourself. I now dedicate when I get off, I work from home. I always try to go to a space in my house where I can decompress for like 15 minutes before I start taking on homework, other people problems, anything. I have to decompress because if I don't, I'm going to explode. I know me. That's the inner me, and I know how it works. So I'm just here to tell you guys you don't have to be everything to everybody. You're not able to take on the world, put it on your shoulders, and carry it. Because eventually, even Superman falls ill, has an off day, and it's okay. Your kids are going to be okay. Your parents are going to be okay. Anybody that depends on you is going to be okay if you just take a moment for yourself. You have to take that time for yourself and just gather your thoughts, get your mind together. Because if your head is not in the right space, nothing else will be right. Everything else is going to be a domino effect. So once your head is in the wrong space, everything else is going to just follow. It's going to be a domino effect. And before long, you're going to be in a place that you can't mentally pull yourself out of. And before that happens, I would encourage you to take the time for yourself, self reflect. If there's something that you like to do, whether it's some people like to read, some people like to go out, some people like to hang out, have a little drinky drink, whatever you like to do, you have to find what you need to do for you and you have to dedicate some time to do that, because if you don't, you're going to be in a ball of confusion. You're going to be in a world of trouble if you don't take care of your mental. Me, I have been so many times in a place mentally where I felt like I can't pull myself out of, and I vowed to myself that I would never allow my mental health to get like that, because my peace is non-negotiable. My peace is not to be interrupted by my kids, by my siblings, by any relationship, friendship, romantic, any parent. Sorry, I have to put myself first, because in order for me to take care of people, I have to take care of myself. If I am fucked up, then my whole family that I'm supporting, not my entire family, but the people I am responsible for, then they are fucked up. And that's just the way it is. Hey yo yo, hey sis. Hey tippy tip tip. Hey sis. Hey boo. So yeah, hey, what's that? Tanila Wilson Lawson. Hey, how are you? Yes, Mel said it is very important to decompress from life stress. Yes, because we as moms, especially moms, we don't get a day off. I'm sorry, I don't care if you have a day off from your job. You don't have a day off if you're a mom. Because even if you're not working for a company, you're not clocking in and out, you are always a mom 24/7. You are on call. That is a job that never has a vacation, it never has a sick day, it never has a personal day. So you are on call 24/7 when you are a mom. So it's imperative that you take care of your mental health. I know, because I am speaking from experience, because I have been down a rabbit hole mentally before and I almost did not come out of it. So I am here as a witness to say, take care of yourself. Tell someone no. It is okay to fucking say no. You don't have to be a people pleaser. You don't have to jump when somebody says jump. I need, I want, can you do? It's okay for you to say, look, I put me first. I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not today. And if someone doesn't understand that, then that's their problem. That's a them problem, not a you problem. So if you tell someone no, that you're not going to be able to do something, and they don't say, okay, I respect that, then that's a person that you don't need in your circle. I don't care if it's a family member, if it's a friend, that's somebody that you don't need to align yourself with. Because anybody that really gives a shit about you, they're going to understand when you can't do something for them, especially if you've came through for them a million times before. So in that, people never remember how many times you came through for them, but they'll always remember that one time you said no. Out of the million times that you did shit for them, and you've been there and you've put them before you and you've dedicated your life to serving others, they're okay with that. The minute you say no, they're going to forget all the other times that you said yes. So that's why I don't give a shit. I put me first now. I used to be like that, worried about, oh, if I say no, will they get mad if it's your family or a friend? I don't give a shit. Because, first of all, people shouldn't put you in a position to have to say no. When you're friends with somebody, when you're a family member, you know what that person is dealing with. So you should never be in a position with a friend or someone that cares about you to have your back against the wall to tell someone no, something that's going to compromise your well-being or your mental health. Hey Nark, hey Trina. So I just came to say that, like I said, I did want to do an open panel, but I do realize that I don't think this is the right time frame, like as far as timing goes, because there are a lot of people just getting off work and just trying to get everything situated. So I definitely will come back at a later time to see if anybody's interested in coming up and just speaking from experience. You don't have to get deep into your personal life, things that you got going on, but this is a free space to talk, especially as women. I have nothing against men, of course, but women need a lot of support from other women. It's easy for women to hate on each other, to give negative views and do all kind of things to each other, but a lot of them are not very supportive. That's another reason why I keep a very close eye on who I let inside my circle, because everybody that smiles is not for you. Just because somebody smiles in your face and they say kind words, that doesn't mean they have your best interest at heart. That doesn't mean that they're a person you should be aligned with. So as I get older, that's very important to align myself with someone that I know has my best interest as well as I have theirs, right? Because I'm not going to align myself with someone that's nothing like me, someone that does things that I don't necessarily agree with, even though we are individuals and you can't make someone think like you. However, I don't want to align myself with someone that doesn't have the same views as me for the most part. I know we agree to disagree, but when it comes to certain core values, there are some things that are non-negotiable things, and there are some people that do things that are not in alignment with how I see my life and how I live my life, and I can't socialize with people like that. Not being funny, but I don't socialize with people that do not align with what I believe in as far as certain things. Not everything, because of course, no one's going to agree about everything. However, certain morals are not negotiable. Certain shit that people do that I look at funny morally, that's fucked up. I can't mess with you. I can't align myself with a person that's not morally correct in my eyes. Not saying what you think, I'm saying what I think. So I don't align myself anymore with people like that, because in the past I used to. I used to put myself in certain positions with certain people to be around things that I had no business involving myself with. Thank God I never got into any serious trouble. However, I still know that those people were not in conjunct with my spirit and what I had going on and how I live morally. Not saying I'm perfect. Hell, I get up here, curse, do whatever. But morally, there are certain things that I would not do. And that's how I align myself with people that are like me. But anyway, I just hope you ladies had a great day. I know it's only Tuesday. To me, today felt like Monday. Like the work was fucking crazy today. It just felt like a Monday. And it's just like, it's always something. Hey, Sharon. Yesterday, my son, his school bus had an accident. Thank God nobody was hurt, just a minor fender bender. But when they called, I was all upset. It's just, as a mom, like I said, you never get a day off. Even when you're off, you're never off. So it's just so much going on, as well as I know that you guys got so much going on. And I just wanted to come out here. As I always told you guys, this is a safe space. This is just something that, I wanted to say. It was put on my heart. I wanted to do the open panel, but I'm going to come back at a later time. I'm going to schedule it. I'm trying to think of a time, but I'm not quite sure. But I'm going to let you know. But I just want to leave you guys with some words, okay? So, ladies, just always remember this. You've survived 100% of your hardest days, right? You're stronger than the battles you faced. You're greater than the opinions of others and more powerful than the fears trying to hold you back. I want you to walk boldly into the woman God created you to be. And that's about it. So I want you all to take your power back from anybody that has tried to strip you of your power, or any situation that's tried to strip you of your power, because you're bigger than all of that. You're greater than all of that. We get on this internet and clown and go off and, yada, yada, yada. But there are a lot of strong minded, beautiful, intelligent, very good hearted women on this app, and it's always good and refreshing to see that in so many lives. There are so many people that bring joy to all of us and bring joy to others. There are so many positive women out here that can be a vessel for positivity. And you have to just drown out the negative shit and just focus on the positivity that's on this app. No, there are going to be times where things don't go as well as you would think they would or want them to. However, feeding into negativity on this app is pointless, especially when it comes to going back and forth with people. Because at the end of the day, these people think and feel how they feel and think. There's nothing in this world that you can do to rein them in, to make them see your point of view, to point something out. They have tunnel vision and they're focused on what they are focused on. So it's very pointless to get out here and just go back and forth with them. I have done it, not really so much back and forth, but I have given my opinion about certain things as of late. However, I will not. So from this day forward, I'm not messing with these people. If when I come on here, I want to come on here and laugh, joke around, play games, give encouragement to people. And again, I'm definitely not a perfect person. There's no perfect person, but I don't have the mental capacity and the energy to keep up going back and forth with people online that you'll never ever get to see. That's the bottom line. When you think about going back and forth with them, when you have that inkling to say something in response, take a deep breath and say, will this matter 5 years from now? Would anything that I'm saying to this person, would this make a difference in my world? Does this affect me or my children, my living situation, my whatever, my life, period? And if you can answer no to any of that, then you know that this is not a space you want to be in going back and forth with them, because it's only going to produce nothing. It's nothing comes out of going back and forth. I guess the people that are getting paid, of course, they're getting paid. But other than that, there's nothing remotely coming out of this. But the people that are getting paid, they're going to get paid, right? That's a no brainer. Anybody that's monetized is going to get paid. Other than that, there's nothing else you can do with this, right? Sharon said positivity. Positively is the key. So yes, it is. And Tippy said it's not worth $1. It's not. And if you go back and you reevaluate yourself, you'll see that most of us have so much to offer. There are so many women out here that have stories that can help someone. They have testimonies that they can tell that may help shape the life of someone else. They have situations that have happened with them that can help the next person maybe not make the same mistakes that they made. It's so many things. And I started something for myself called 30 Days of Healing. First, I said I'm going to start on July 1st, but that's rule number one with me. I'm a procrastinator. So if I say July 1st, it's going to be September 1st. So I said starting today, I'm going to do 30 days of healing. What that means for me is that I'm going to take something in my life that's has been mentally maybe troubling me, something that has been on my mind, something that has physically took a toll on me, and I'm going to find ways to correct it. I'm going to use corrective action, and I'm going to try to find ways to correct it. So if I want to work on my ebook, I have the ebook, child. If I tell y'all I started this fucking book like 8 months ago, never finished it. I'm going to stop procrastinating and put me first, and I'm going to finish this book so I can produce it to the world and I can maybe help someone. I have a lot of things that I have been through that may shape someone else into sparking them into telling their testimony. So my thing is, I'm going to finish my ebook. I'm going to stop playing games. I'm going to start doing things for myself. My most of my life is surrounded by work, my mom, and my kids. I'm going to start taking time for myself. I'm going to have to take at least 1 day a month, and I'm going to dedicate it to myself. I'm not going to mess with no kids. I'm not cooking. I'm not even going to be in my home. They'll be okay for 1 day. Take a day to yourself to reflect and get you together and get yourself together. That's what you have to do. And Sharon said, I'm so over the back and forth. Yes, it's very repetitive. It's the same people for the last, what, 3, 4, 5 years? I don't know. Maybe I'm exaggerating, not five, but at least about 2 or 3 years. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's very exhausting. It's very pointless, as Trina said. It's not benefiting anyone except the people that are getting paid. However, when you look back a year, two, three down the line at all the crazy shit you came out here and said about people, was it really worth it, even for the little bit of money that you're getting? Are you that starved for money? Are you that in need of money that you got to come out here every day going crazy? Maybe you are. I don't know. I don't know anybody's situation because I know, shit, I'm on the brokey broke side. However, I can't imagine myself coming out here every day, two, three, four, five, six, 10 times a day, hitting a live, screaming into a phone, repeating the same shit over and over and over and over for a coin. But hey, that's how some people they get it, how they live. So I can't control that. I can't worry about that. What I can control and worry about is me. So moving forward, I won't be speaking about nothing that has nothing to do with me. From now on, if I'm coming out here, I'm gonna try to do game night. I'm gonna try to do open panels about. I have a lot of things that I can come out here and do, but it's definitely not going to be the drama. Laughing, I'm gonna do that all day. I'm gonna get up here all day and I'm gonna laugh and I'm gonna crack jokes, but all the animosity, all that negative shit, it takes too much out of you. And I have too much going on in my life to try to come out here and argue and battle with people about something that absolutely has no bearing on my life. Nothing that I say out here, if I come out here acting wild, is gonna benefit my kids, my mom, or me. So right now, that's my focus to take care of my mom, my kids, and myself. And that's about it. Hey, small talk. Hey, how are you? So if it's not any of those things, it doesn't benefit me and it doesn't do me any good to come out here and speak on it. Because at the end of the day, the bottom line is you're not going to encourage or you're not going to change the mind of someone that already has tunnel vision about something. You can repeat the same shit to them over and over and over about how something is, how it ain't, how you wrong, how they're wrong. At the end of the day, people are going to be people. They're going to feel how they feel and they're going to react how they see fit. So it's up to you to remove yourself from things that do not align with your spirit and things that do not align with your mindset. So that's what I'm going to do. Trina Davis said, Diamond D, I watched half of your 5.5 live. Girl, why the hell we was on we was on that live for almost 6 hours. I did not realize that live was that because I kept saying I'm gonna leave, and then Nelly came, and I'm like, oh, honey, I gotta go because she on California time. So when it was like 4 o'clock my time, it was like what 1 o'clock her time. I'm like, oh no, honey, I gotta go. I gotta go. But that would girl, we had some fun on that live. Teresa Dallas, she was a trooper. Lawan, there was some people that was on there the whole live. Teresa was on there the whole goddamn almost 6 hours. Look at Lawanda. Here, heck of the troublemaker. Hey, Lawanda, get out of here. That Gong Show bong was cracking me up. Yo, Trina, Bama was like, what is that noise? What is that dong noise? Girl, I was doing it the whole time. She didn't even realize at first. She didn't even hear the noise. I was like, yo, she is bugging. Bugging. Heckle Lawanda. Somebody tell Lawanda to get on down the road and go ahead, because she is definitely a troublemaker. She is definitely a troublemaker. But yes, honey, I just wanted to come up here and talk to you guys really quickly because I know there's so much negativity going on. I know a lot of people, of course, they're mourning the passing of Roz. She was definitely that girl out here. So, of course, you know what I'm saying? Hearts are heavy, minds are heavy, but she's in the better place. Trust me, I believe that. I believe she found the peace that she needed and the peace that she so wanted and deserved. And I believe that she is in a place that we are all hoping and trying to be. That's what I believe. I don't care what nobody else thinks, what they want to think, what they want to say. That's what I believe. She said, I ain't going no damn where without my sandals. Lawanda and those sandals. Get her out of here. Bama said, I really believe she is at peace. Yes, I believe so too. I believe she made peace with everything she needed to make peace with. Forget anybody else, what they think, what they wanted her to make peace with. She made peace with what she needed to. I believe so. I believe it is all well. I believe she wants to be with God. She met up with her son, and I believe in my heart that she is eternally restful. That's it. That's about it. She's definitely at peace. God got her. Absolutely. Yep, Lawanda, exactly. Them damn mama sandals. Yes, girl, the sandals. I'm getting ready to watch an episode of Mama's Family because girl, my mother was in here hollering when I told her that. Sharon said she left a village for her kids. Absolutely. Absolutely. She definitely left a village for her kids. And I believe in time that her children will be just fine. They were raised very strong. Roz was a very strong, level headed, strong minded person. I believe that they're going to be okay. Of course, I got my mom, so I don't know how it is to lose a mom. However, I did lose my dad, and when I did, it always felt like I would never be okay. That first year after he passed away, I was in the twilight zone. But as the time goes on, you never get over it. You just find ways to work around it and deal with it and restructure your life. So you have to restructure everything and you have to relearn things anew. You have to almost like be reborn again because you're now without a person that gave you life and brought you into the world. So now you have to rearrange life, and you have to find out how to make it through without that person. It could be done. It's hard, but it can be done. But I'm praying for Nana, for Day, for my man, and they're gonna be just fine. They're gonna remember everything that their mom instilled in them. They're gonna take all those core values and put it to where it needs to be put. So I got faith in them. I trust and believe that they'll be okay. It's gonna take time, as anything would, and they're gonna be just fine. What's Trina saying? What is wrong with my thing? Yup. You like me, Diamond Z. I like to watch old sitcoms. Yes, I do. Lawanda said Ra's birth soldiers. Absolutely, I agree. But yeah, girl, Mama's Family is my show. Um, let's see. 227. I love 227. That's my show. Yo, I like Carol Burnett show. Yo, that should be funny as hell. I be watching Carol Burnett like every night. Carol Burnett show, Mama's Family, 227, Jeffersons. Let's see what else one. Different Strokes. I like all of that stuff. But my favorite is Mama's Family, the Carol Burnett show, 227. I never was really big on like Sanford and Son. I watched it because my mom was into that, but that wasn't really one of the shows that I like. But yeah, I like the old sitcoms. Yep, the old TV series Trainer. I still watch Good Times. Yes, I watch Good Times every once in a while too. The other day I sat here and watched 227 all day. Like I never saw it before. That was really my show. 227 and even the Jeffersons. That was my show too. What is Mama saying? Like who was looking at Mama's feet? Girl. But she did have some white looking like Mama's Family. It was a sandal. I never know. Of course, I saw the white shoes, but I never noticed anything until LaWanda said it. Like, girl, now every time I watch Mama's Family, I get some type of flashback. That is insane. That was funny as hell. It was unexpected and it was funny. She said, LaWanda said, I used to watch the Carol Burnett. Yo, Carol Burnett, funny as hell. My mother hate that show. She was like, they act too stupid. And I love Three's Company. Yo, I love Jack Tripper. My mother was like, his ass is too stupid. I can't get into nobody that act too stupid. He like overacts. No, he don't overact to me. I love Jack Tripper. Yo, Three's Company. Matter of fact, that's what I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna put on Three's Company while I'm fixing my kids something to eat. I love Three's Company. That is my show. Oh my god, yo, he was crazy as hell, Jack. I love Three's Company was my see Tippy. I tell my mother that I be trying to get her to watch it in here, and she be like, "Nah, he too stupid acting. Why he act so? Why he overact? He act too crazy. He act too crazy." I'm like, child, ain't nothing wrong with him. Jack was funny as hell. He wasn't overacting to me. Mr. Roper, Mr. Mr. Roper was funny, but Mr. Furley was my guy. Yo, he was funny as hell. Mr. Furley was funny as hell. The one that said, "Give me a break." Yes, Nell Carter. Yup, I love Give Me. Oh, I haven't seen Give Me a Break in a long time. Damn. I wonder where I can watch that. Now that's one that I haven't seen in a long time. Like the Jeffersons and Cosby Show, like those still come on. You can still find them. Alice. Oh, small talk. I love Alice. I love the theme music. Yo, I love Alice, the theme music. Yes, I love it. What? Bama said, well, hell, ain't they the same people? Who? Who the same people? You mean Carol Burnett? Carol Burnett. Carol Burnett is not the same person as Mama's Family. Carol Burnett is Carol Burnett. Vicki Lawrence is Mama's Family. Yeah, that's if that's what you're talking about. That wasn't they. That's not the same person. Lawanda said, facts of life. I thought I was Tootie, but my mom wasn't having the roller skating on her floors. Oh, yeah, I forgot about the facts of life. And I think I did say different strokes. Bewitched. Yup, Tippy, Bewitched, and I Dream of Genie. You know what else I liked? Eight is Enough. Yo, I used to sit there and watch Eight is Enough all the time. That was my show too. It's so many good shows. See, now I'm gonna have to start writing these shows down because some of them I haven't seen in so long. But yeah, I'm gonna have to see where I can catch some of these because some of the shows you can still catch. It's the at Pluto, and I know Pluto got a whole lineup, like a whole couple of channels that got all old school stuff. And that's where I watch Mama's Family and Three's Company on Pluto. I Dream of Genie, that's my mother's show. My mom like I Dream of Genie and she watched I Love Lucy. I like Lucy too, but that's almost a little old school for me. Lucy and the Honeymooners. Yo, my uncle used to, oh my God, he used to love the freaking Honeymooners. But they was funny as hell. I can't even front. The Honeymooners was funny as hell. The old ones were best. I don't watch this new shit. It's hip you crazy. Yes, Pluto has a lot of old sitcoms. Yeah, they do. They do. They have a lot of old stuff. A lot of old sitcoms. Now I want to watch all of the Waltons. The Waltons. I think I remember that. Yeah, I've seen that before. The Waltons. Facts of Life was really good. Yes, the Facts of Life. Archie, don't mention my boy. Yo, I love Archie Bunker. Yo, my kid's father used to say, "Yo, how you watch him? He was racist." Yo, Archie Bunker was funny as hell. I don't care about nothing what they talking about. Yo, he was funny as hell. He was a racist mother, but he was funny. Archie Bunker was funny as hell. Hey Zaza, hey boo, how are you? But yes, Archie Bunker was funny. Even going back to a newer, not new, but yo, I used to watch Married with Children. Yo, Al Bundy was funny as all hell too. I could sit there all day and watch Married with Children. Yo, he was funny as hell. Him, like you said, Archie, they was funny as all hell. Welcome back, Cotter. That's my mother's show. Welcome back, Cotter. Love me some Vinny, John Travolta. Yup, that's my mother's show. She still watch that Welcome Back, Cotter. I watch it sometimes with her, but she loves that show. And she watched that old ass show. What's the Beverly Hillbillies? And it's another show. Beverly Hillbillies, Andy Griffith, and it's another one. I can't think of it right now, but the Beverly Hillbillies, Andy Griffith, my mother still watch those shows. She finds them on YouTube and little apps and stuff. Yo, she loves that Barney Fife guy. Some of those are a little bit too old school for me, like the Beverly Hillbillies and some of those other ones. But my mom still watches all of those. Yeah, Gilligan's Island. I used to love Gilligan's Island too. My mom used to watch The Love Boat. I remember watching The Love Boat with her. Leave It to Beaver. That's another show my mom likes. Leave It to Beaver. Trina said when they first started, they started fading out. They were more funnier when they were younger. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Hey, Bougie Boo. Hey, yes, all in the family. Yeah, I'm telling you, Archie Bunker was funny as hell. And I don't care if they was like, oh, he was racist. Yo, my kid's father used to get so mad, like, yo, how you watch this motherfucker? I'm like, first of all, it's a TV show. You getting brolic like this man lived next door to us. Like, calm down. I'm like, it's a TV show. But I loved Archie. I'm telling you, he was funny as hell. But yes, all those TV shows, like you said, oh, what's happening? Yo, what's happening? What's happening? My cousin's neighbors were on What's Happening. The Givens kids. Y'all ever seen that episode with the Givens kids? It was the sister and the three brothers. They used to live next door to my cousin, the Givens kids. Their family, it was the sister, and I think it was three brothers. And they were singing that song. on what's happening. They were black and they came into the store, and I think Rerun was trying to sign them or something. Yep, they really a family. But I think all the brothers passed away. I think it's only the girl left. I think she's the only one left out of all of them. But yep, what's happening? That was a good show too. Yep, I love that show. Rerun was funny as hell. Yo, and he could move. For him to be big like that, he was light on, as my father would say, he was light on his feet. And he could move. But yes, all those shows, that was some good times. That's when TV was TV. Now, like you said, I don't know what they got going on. What the hell they got going on with these new shows? But TV was TV back in the day. Yep, to be said. Yep. Yes, what's happening? I haven't seen that in a long time either. Like some of them don't come on as much as the other ones. D was funny, especially when Raj came in and D was on the phone. Yep, asking, "Is Mama home?" Yo, and she will always want a quarter and still tell. She will always want money, want a quarter, and then still tell. Yep. But those were the good days. Should I still Green Acres? My mom likes that show too. Rerun used to live in my first apartment building. He was getting sick. Oh wow, Lawanda. Oh well, yeah, he was funny too. Green Acres is the place to be. Oh yeah, yes, Green Acres. My mom liked that show. What nighttime soap opera did you like? Now that's one thing, Bougie Boo. I never really got into soap operas. I used to watch them because when we used to go to my grandmother's house, she used to make you watch the stories and stuff. But she used to watch. Now nighttime, she used to watch Dynasty, and it was another one. Was it Dallas that she used to watch? It was Dallas. It was Dynasty and Dallas that she used to watch. But as far as I never really got into, and that's crazy. I watched the soap operas like with my grandmother because we had no choice sometimes when she was babysitting. She'd like to show ass now, and we'll all be in the living room watching All My Children and what's that other one? Another World, and I'm trying to think. I think it was Guiding Light or something she used to watch. But yeah, I never really got into those shows. So I just watched them because I had to, because my grandmother made us sit there and watch them. One Life to Live in General Hospital. My grandmother loved General Hospital. My grandmother, my grandmother loved General Hospital. Yes, those were some good days. Yep, all those TV shows, like All My Children. Yep, Erica Kane, right? That was the lady, Erica Kane from All My Children. Yep, my grandmother loved that one too. She watched General Hospital, All My Children. There was another One Life to Live, something called One Life to Live. Who was that? Look at partner. You know, child, we can't be answering the door for no bulldaggers around here. Honey, I'm gonna have to move. When I tell you I'm gonna have to move, this bitch is on stalker time. For real. But yes, All My Children, One Life to Live. Bitch. All My Children, One Life to Live. Let me see. Did I ever watch General Hospital? I think I did. Yeah, General Hospital was one of the one my grandmother used to watch. There was one that she did in Guiding Light. Now those I don't think she ever watched. In the Bold and the Beautiful. I remember those, but those weren't the ones that my mother used to or my grandmother used to watch. And then there was one called Santa Barbara. That I don't know if y'all remember that, but my grandmother used to watch Santa Barbara. My mom used to watch it too. Beyond the Gates. Oh, my aunt was telling me about that. My mom said she tried to get into it, but she couldn't. But I never tried. I was talking to my aunt last week, and she was telling me, "Yo, you gotta watch Beyond the Gates." And I'm like, "For real?" So I was asking my mom, and she said she couldn't get into it. She said I tried to watch Santa Barbara. I used to like that one. I don't know what it is, but Santa Barbara I used to like. But what's that other one? Let's see. It wasn't. I said Another World. Yeah, something called Another World. And then, like, not recently, it was one my grandmother used to watch with a little boy. He was like a midget, and he was like a doll or something. Timmy. What the heck was the name of that? Passion or something? Passions. My grandmother used to watch that. That one. That was another one I couldn't get into. Vivica Fox just joined The Young and Restless and Shamar. The Young and the Restless still comes on. Wait, I can't believe The Young and the Restless still come on. That's crazy work. The Young and the Restless still comes on. That is crazy. That is crazy. But yeah, all those old shows. I have to. Well, I don't think my mom really got into The Young and Restless. I think All My Children was her show, and One Life to Live. I don't think she too much got into Young and Restless. Lawanza, the favorite couple, and Angie, and oh yeah, Angie and Jesse. I remember them. I remember Angie and Jesse. Yep, I remember that. Thank you for coming, Zaza. You be blessed too, baby. Have a good evening. But yes, I remember the. Oh my God, y'all bringing me back to all these shows. I'm writing them down. Like now, I'm gonna have to go. Now, where can? Well, like I said, the stories I really didn't get into. General Hospital still comes on, but I stopped watching when All My Children and One Life to Live was canceled. Oh, okay. Young and the Restless is collaborating with Beyond the Gates. I'm gonna have to check out Beyond the Gates because my aunt, yo, she is hard. She into that mess. She was trying to tell me about it. I'm like, now you telling me about it? I don't know none of these people. So, girl, I don't know what the heck you're talking about. But now I'm gonna have to try to get into it because you guys about the third or fourth people that said something about Beyond the Gates. So I'm gonna try to watch it. Is it a bunch of seasons? Because that's my thing, trying to catch up on stuff. I hate when I'm like so far behind. Like, just say I try to get into something that's like 8 seasons in. I'm like, oh hell no, I ain't sitting here watching no damn 8 seasons. That's why I couldn't get into what was that show? Oh my god, the guy was a big drug dealer, and it used to come on. His name was Luke Frank or Lucas or something like that. It was a show. I can't even think of it. But it had so many seasons by the time I was getting ready to watch it, and I'm like, oh no, I don't have time to binge watch no damn 10 seasons. So some of them I will give up on. Small Talk said Beyond the Gate is okay. Oh yeah, Luke and Laura, I remember them. Trina said, I can't get into Vivica Fox. Her storylines seem a little too fake for me. Oh, okay. Emma said, I know one thing, you need to find some new games. There's not so many games you can play online. It's not like we're in person. Like if you're in person, there's a lot of different games you can play. But it's not much you can do. That's why I always like trivia because I feel like trivia is good online. Would you rather? That's a game that is pretty good online. But a lot of those games, most of the games are good in person. But I'm gonna start digging and see, cause my cousin she do a lot of TikTok. She heavy on TikTok, and she be on there playing games and stuff. I'm gonna see if there's a game that she plays with her people on there that I could steal from her. She said that's why you be cheating. Really? 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 Yes, I have to find all of these things. Now you guys got me wanting to watch Give Me a Break. And anybody ever remember Richard Pryor? He had something, I don't know what you would call it. It was called Pryor's Place. I was trying to tell my mother, and she was like, I don't know what you're talking about. She was like, I never remember Richard Pryor having no show. It was like some kind of show he had, and it was called Pryor's Place. Now I know I ain't dreaming that I didn't dream that up. I'm like, I know he had a damn show. Somewhere along the line, like years and years and years ago, I could have swore Richard Pryor had a show called Pryor's Place. And my mother like, nah, I never heard of that before. See, look at Bougie Boo. She said, I watched Prior's Place. I know that was a thing. And my mom, the other day, my mother swore to me that she never heard of no Prior's Place. I'm like, girl, I'm not crazy. I know that that was a thing. Wait till she come back from her doctor. Wait till she come back from her appointment. I'm gonna be like, girl, mm-mm. You can pull up all those shows on YouTube. Yep, I'm gonna have to pull them up, cause some of these things I used to like Little House on the Prairie, and my mother would be like, "You watching that little old white show?" I love Little House on the Prairie, and I didn't care. And she was like, "That show is so corny," but I always loved Laura Ingalls. That was my show. I haven't seen it in so long, but Laura Ingalls was my girl, and I'm gonna have to watch that. It's a bunch of shows that you guys was talking about. Some that I have totally forgot about until y'all started naming them. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch Gunsmoke. Yo, my grandfather used to watch that. And what's that one that used to come on? MASH. Yo, when that shit used to come on, that music was so depressing for MASH. It was like, yeah, when MASH came on, you knew it was time to go to bed. That goddamn music was so depressing with that helicopter coming. I'm like, look, I can't do it. Bonanza, I think. See, my grandfather used to watch that. MASH, Gunsmoke, Bonanza, in the heat of the night. I remember him watching something like that. It was another one, Barney Miller. Yo, my grandfather, Barney Miller, he watched that shit every day. The A Team, yep, my grandfather loved the A Team too. After Nash went off, the TV went black. Yeah, yeah, yo, that show used to depress. It was the song. The music was so depressing. I'm like, yo, it's time to go to bed. Time to lay down. Hey, Royalty Queen. Hey. Oh, the Twilight Zone. No, I don't mess with no Twilight Zone. I ain't like that music. I remember one time my cousin was over our house. My parents had one out, and it was just us kids. And that damn Twilight Zone music came on. This bitch talking about, you see that? You see that? I'm like, what? He was like, yo, somebody was looking in the window. Man, we flew under them beds. We stayed under the bed until my mother and father came back. I'm like, bitch, don't ever bring this bastard over here while nobody here. He can't stay over here. Because he had us looking crazy. Like thinking the Twilight Zone, somebody was in the apartment. We look trying to look out the window. He like, you don't see that man right there looking in the window? It's time for your mother to come pick you up, bitch. It's time for you to go. But the Twilight Zone, I never liked that. It was too creepy. That fucking doo doo doo, bitch. Hell no. My cousin, he knew I was scared of it. He would play the music. Bitch, turn that goddamn music off. I'm like, mm-mm. Never even to this day, I still don't watch it. But yeah, I remember that show, but hell no, that bitch was crazy. Turning up that music till my somebody was outside the window. But yeah, y'all bringing up some old good shows. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to spend my weekend, like at least Saturday, watching some of these shows. Sharon, you can have the Twilight Zone. You can have that. Hell no, that music. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Benson. Oh yeah, I forgot about Benson Webster. That's Emmanuel Lewis, right? Yep, I remember that show. Yep. It was another one. It wasn't as old as those, but Who's the Boss with Tony Danza? Yo, that was my show too. I loved Who's the Boss, and my mother used to always watch. What was that other? The Partridge Family. Yep, I remember them. The Partridge Family. My grandmother. I'm like, you the only person in the world probably watch Murder She Wrote. Yo, that show with that lady with that writing. I'm like, Nana, ain't no way. Nobody is watching that but you. Murder She Wrote, and what else was it? It was oh, she Designing Women. Yo, that was my grandmother's show. Designing Women was her show. I'm like, yeah. Oh, Eight is Enough. Yes, Eight is Enough is still good. The Incredible Hulk. I think I spelled it right. Yep. That was the see. I never really liked that one. My mother liked that. She liked that show too. and the Dukes of Hazzard. It was a couple of them that I didn't really like too much. Yeah, the Hulk I couldn't get into that one. The Dukes of Hazzard. It was another one that used to come on, and I didn't really get into that. Yep, Laverne and Shirley, Happy Days. Yo, this is crazy. Now I'm gonna have to go to YouTube and look up some of these shows and get into these shows. Wonder Woman and the $6 Million Man. Yo, I love Wonder Woman. And remember, what's that boy name? No, Dennis the Menace. Yo, my mother used to watch that too. She always would have us watch that, and it was another one. I think I said that one. That's that one with that Barney Fife. Oh, my mother loved that show. Silver Spoon. Oh yeah, Silver Spoon was good. Yo, I had a crush on whatchamacallit back then, Alfonso Ribeiro. Yo, I was sweating him hard back in that day. Oh yeah. Yes, yes, yes. I remember Silver Spoon. Yes, yes, yes. I might have to go and check him out for the one time because yo, he was banging back then in that show. Wasn't one day, yes, one day at a time. Yep, it was the sisters and they had a mom. I can't think of it. And Schneider. Yo, that DM janitor was funny as hell. See, I like people like that. Like Bookman. Yo, Bookman on Good Times, Buffalo Butt. Yo, he was funny as hell. Some of them was just, yeah. And the Jeffersons, yep. Alice. I love Alice. I haven't seen Alice in so long, but I love Alice. And it's something else. Shit, it's a lot of things. Yes, but give me a break. Somebody brought that up, and I haven't seen Give Me a Break in years. Now I'm gonna have to go and watch the Wonder Woman Underoos. Couldn't tell me nothing. Yes, Wonder Woman was good, and even Batman. Remember Batman? Yo, I used to be sweating Batman and Robin. Yo, I thought Robin was cute underneath that mask. Yo, I know he was looking good under there. He had that fucking mask, but baby, I love Bentley from the Jeffersons. Oh, Bentley. Wait a minute. Bentley, Bentley, Bentley. Okay, wait a minute. Was he the butler? Was he the door person? Was he like the person that worked downstairs, like the bellhop, whatever you call it, the person that opened the doors? Was that Bentley? Who was the man in the Jeffersons with that big nose? He used to come down. He was a white guy. It wasn't Tom and his wife. It was another guy that I don't know if he lived across the hall, but he was funny too. I think he lived across the hall from them. Small Talk said on Alice, I used to like when Flo said "kiss my grits." Yo, I love Flo. Yo, I loved her. Yo, she was funny as hell too. The Little Rascals. Yep, my mother loved that show too. The Little Rascals, and it was something else that my mom always watched. Oh, yeah, it was a lot of shows. Like you said, those were the good old days. Those were the shows, the time when you can watch TV. Nowadays, I'm like, what is going on? I watch mostly crime shows. Like now, like First 48, Fear Thy Neighbor. I don't watch too much other stuff than crime shows. Ryan's Place. That sounds familiar. Ryan's Place. I think I've heard of it. I Love Lucy was another show. Yes, Royalty Queen. Yo, my mother could still sit here and watch Lucy. Lucy and the Honeymooners. Yo, I'm telling you, my uncle, if I call him right now, tell him talk about the Honeymooners, yo, he loved that show. Remember, I don't know if they still do it like on New Year's Day. They used to show the whole like the Honeymooners all day, like a marathon. I remember my uncle used to watch that shit all day on New Year's Day, the Honeymooners. I had to be really bored to watch MASH. Yes, MASH was depressing. The music alone was depressing. The only time I ever watched MASH was with my grandfather. Like if I was sitting in the kitchen having a snack or something, because the TV in the kitchen was his. My grandmother had the living room. That was her domain. And my grandfather stayed in the kitchen with the TV. And when you would sit at the kitchen table and have food or snack, MASH would be on. I'm like, do we really gotta watch this? That's the only time I ever watched MASH was when my grandfather sitting at the table eating it, and he would put that on. My ex husband loved the Honeymooners. Yo, I love the Honeymooners. I had to give the ID channel a break. I looked at everyone with a side eye. Yes, it's true. The ID channel will have you side eyeing like Fear Thy Neighbor. Those people on Fear Thy Neighbor are crazy. Fear Thy Neighbor is crazy, and that See No Evil, and it's another one. It's a lot of them, but I like Fear Thy Neighbor, See No Evil, and that's one I was just watching earlier. Dang, I can't think of the name of it. But yeah, I love the ID channel. Benny Hill. I remember Benny Hill. That was my grandfather's show. Like some of them I remember because my grandparents used to watch them. But Benny Hill was my grandfather's show. I am a little bothered they found Kamek. Oh yeah. The boy, Carmelo Anthony, I hate Texas. Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's disturbing. I saw that. Man, that's crazy. But it's not surprising, right? I don't think it's really surprising. It's disturbing, it's sad, but I didn't really expect anything other than that cuz I figured as much. And then they were saying that the family got ties to the DA or something like that. I was reading online that the boy's family has ties to somebody, the prosecutor, DA, um, somebody. He got some type of damn ties. So you never know. It was not surprising. They had all 12 jurors were clear. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. That's crazy. That's something that can be talked about on here too, right? Uh, so Andy Griffith, yes, that's my mother's show. I don't too much like that, but my mom, she loves that. Is that the one, Petticoat Junction? Oh, that's the one I was trying to think of. Petticoat Junction. Yo, my mother loved that show. She loved that damn show. I'm like, Ma, really? Really? But yeah, she loves that show. The first 48. Yeah, I love the first 48. I still watch that. Yup, that's a good one too. First 48 is definitely a good one. But this was so much fun talking to you guys about all the old shows, reminiscing about all the shows, and you guys brought up some that I forgot all about. Like some of these shows I had really forgot about. I barely watched the Petticoat Junction. That's what I'm saying. See, my mom was into that. Like she would like when we were kids, she would show it to us and stuff. But some of them are a little too far for me, like too far gone, like too old school for me. Yeah, yeah, Petticoat and that other one, that Andy Griffith, and it's another one. Is that Andy Griffith? Is that Barney Fife the same person or the same show? I don't know. I could vaguely remember certain things, but let's do old school music next time. Oh yeah, right? I'm gonna have to pull up something. Let's see what we can do. Like old school music. Definitely. Yeah, this is fun reminiscing. Yeah, it is because like I said, I forgot about a lot of shows that you guys were mentioning. I'm like, damn, that's right. I haven't seen that in years. But I'm getting ready to go watch Three's Company because Jack is my boy. I love Three's Company. Oh, just ask me. I know all the music. Ah, please, no. We don't need. We don't need you singing any songs. We definitely don't need you partner singing no songs. Really, really, we don't. Really, we do not need you hitting no high notes and doing all the things. No, we don't need it. We definitely don't need it. But it was great speaking to you guys. I have to go and feed my kitties because they looking at me like, yeah, what are you doing? We go whip them up probably some hamburger helper because that's something really quick and some cornbread and that's about it because they eat too much anyway. So yeah, they go. Royalty Queen is laughing. Buju said, I know all the old school music, especially the 70s. Yep. So we are definitely going to have a part two to this. So I am going to get off of here. I thank you all for coming to my TED Talk, spending 1 hour with me. And it was great seeing a lot of you. I hope you guys are feeling better than you did when you stepped in here. Hope you guys are feeling better than yesterday. And remember, we're going to get this positivity, this love train going, because we're not dealing with the negative thoughts and views and concerns anymore. Thank you, Sharon. Lawanda, you and your sandals. Have a good evening. So have a blessed evening, you and everyone. Thank you, Sharon. You too. Have a great rest of your evening. And I will see you all later in someone else's chat. I hope you guys all have a great evening. Bye bye.